Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best mouse and keyboard keybinds for Warzone, of course. I'd say this is a very good start for beginners who want to start playing on keyboard and mouse, just because it was my very first keybinds, actually, and I stuck to them, and I made them as comfortable as possible instead of being wacky with it and, you know, setting a bunch of stupid keybinds. I made it as comfortable as possible for my hand so I didn't have to reach across the keyboard. But yeah, anyway, it's a good setup for beginners and basically anyone. It's not a bunch of keybinds that'll make you reach across the keyboard or make you fumble with the keys. Before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And stick around and come back. I have loads of Warzone shit. I have class build videos, and I have so much more coming out. I'm also going to do a graphics setup video for people who may be running on a low-end PC, kind of like me. Alright, first on to the mouse settings. It's my mouse sensitivity is 11.21. This is for like free mode, not ADS, of course. So you kind of want to have fast movement in free mode, and that's exactly what this is. It's fast, but it's not super. It's not way too fast where you just can't, you know, control your fucking character, right? Your ADS mouse sensitivity mode is relative, should be relative. Your ADS sensitivity multiplier 1.0, that's basically default. Custom sensitivity per zoom, turn that off. Invert mouse is disabled. That'll make it where if you move your mouse upward, it'll move downward, basically. So all three of those need to be disabled. The invert mouse look and invert mouse look for air vehicles, ground vehicles, all those need to be disabled. Mouse acceleration, I have mine at 0.00, mouse filtering 0.00, and mouse smoothing, I have that disabled. So for movement, I think this is going to be the most important one, and it kind of comes down to your preference, basically. So slide behavior I have as tap, which is, for me to slide, I have to hold the shift button. So it's not like a toggle, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Crouch behavior is toggle. Prone behavior is toggle. Automatic airborne mantle, I never use that, so I don't really know what that is. Disabled. Sprint / tactical behavior is toggled. Wait a minute. Toggled? Okay, you're going to have to ignore that because I have automatic sprint on. I have it to automatic tactical sprint. My walk behavior is on hold. Walk speed, 45% of normal speed. Parachute auto deploy enabled. I think that's a lie. I never have my parachute auto deploy on me, but because most of the time I slam right into the ground. It is what it is. Hold to use is disabled. This is important, okay? If you have hold to use on, it's gonna take you what, fucking 2 seconds to pick up one weapon or a stack of ammo or armored plates, you know. Just keep that disabled. The only thing is you have to be more precise whenever you're moving around and looting very quickly, if that makes sense. So basically you'll be able to loot way faster. You just got to be careful or you'll pick up the wrong shit if you're looting way too fast. So onto the keybinds. Move forward is of course W, move backward S, A, D. That's pretty standard for every single game. I've never seen a game or a first person shooter on keyboard and mouse that doesn't use WSAD. Crouch and slide is left shift. So originally that is set to C, if I'm not mistaken, and whenever you're holding it, it's a pain in the ass to hit C, okay, because then you have to take your fingers off D, or yeah, just D. Okay, that's kind of sounds weird, but it is what it is. So you have to take your fingers off D, and as you can see, D is a movement key, right? And you don't want to do that. So that's why I have my crouch and slide on left shift, because I can just use my pinky finger for left or for fucking slides. Go prone is left control, which is right under your shift key, so you can still use your pinky. So change stance / slide and sprint, tactical sprint, steady aim is all unbinded. I'm gonna tell you right now, your steady aim needs to have a bind. I don't bind it because the only sniper I ever use is the Kar 98, and it doesn't have steady aim, which is basically where you breathe in, you take a breath, and you're able to hold the sights way more carefully or still to aim better, right? Walk is unbinded. You won't need a walk bind if you're using auto sprint, because you can just, of course, hit your shift key and you'll crouch. So you know, you don't really need a walk. So for weapons and equipment, I think all of the behaviors is self-explanatory. So I'm just going to go over the ones that I use and ones that actually matter. Depleted ammo switch, you can keep that enabled, so if your gun runs out of ammo, it'll automatically switch to the next one. Your aim down sight behavior, that one's pretty important. It needs to be on hold. I don't know, I don't think anyone uses toggle. Hold is basically just holding your right click down, and as soon as you release, you're not aiming down sights anymore, so you don't have to sit there and double click it, right? So my keybinds for weapons and equipment is going to be fire weapon, of course, left click, aim down sight, right click. Reload is R. Again, another super close keybind. They're all in the same vicinity. You know, you don't have to reach across the map to touch a key. So next weapon is going to be 1 or up on the scroll wheel. Most of the time I just use 1. Weapon mount is going to be my first mouse button, or Z. My melee keybind is going to be the second button on my mouse. I only have 2 on my mouse, so that's all the mouse buttons. Use tactical equipment is Q, which is right beside your W key, your forward key. Use your field upgrade, that's going to be X. That's basically all for weapons and equipment, and that's basically all for really every single keybind. This is very good keybinds to use if you're a beginner, because all of it's right there for you. It's close by. You know, you're not having to stretch your fingers. You're not having to look down at the keyboard and be like, holy fuck, which key do I press? Where is it at? Why is it so far away? You know what I mean? It was easy for me whenever I first got started, because I tried to dumb down the keybinds to be as simple as possible, so I'm not having to look down at the keyboard. So I hope this helps you out on your keyboard and mouse journey, or if you're fucking just looking for new keybinds, I hope they're even better than your last ones, motherfucker. All right, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope these keybinds help you out a lot, and if they do, let me know in the comments below. Let me know how your journey goes with the new keyboard and the mouse. And again, thanks for watching.